He's a hero who's absolute. He's no good with girls.
Good fun. It was good fun to do. It's good fun to do.
Fantasy, horror, romance, and crime and death and everything.
We do finally eventually get dates in the end. I think he's got a bit more than friendship on his mind.
Change now.
Something's coming closer. I can feel it. I know we say this sort of with every film that comes out, but it is darker. It's a lot darker. I love magic.
I'm really pleased with it. You know, I mean, I know I'm in it, so I can't really say that, but I think it's really good.
For me, I think they all sort of get better as they go along, and this is definitely, it's got everything really.
I always say this every time, but it's my favourite so far.
I'd like to make an announcement. Hogwarts Castle will not only be your home this year, but home to some very special guests as well.
There are tremendous, big, exciting set pieces, which I hope will be for all ages.
Please welcome our friends from the north, the proud sons of Durmstrang.
I think it's great for people to realise that Hogwarts isn't the only magical school.
And now, the lovely ladies of Goblet.
This wizarding world is a whole world.
Hogwarts has been chosen to host a legendary event, the Tri-Wizard Tournament.
The Tri-Wizard Tournament is an ancient magical tournament
Which happens every something like 300 years.
And it's very, very dangerous. I'm glad I'm not in it.
Jump!
People die in this tournament.
This one is a lot darker, has the first introduction of romance.
The Yule Ball has been a tradition in the Tri-Wizard Tournament since its inception.
That's what I like about Harry as well, is he's pathetic at the whole romance thing. He's rubbish.
I just wondered if you... I just wondered if maybe you want to go to the ball with me?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Everyone can relate to it, because everyone's been in that kind of situation before. It was kind of like a romantic comedy.
Mr. Weasley, place your right hand on my waist.
Where? It's also got loads of sort of comedy moments in it as well, which sort of break it up a bit.
Is that Hermione Granger with Victor Crumb?
You're fraternising with the enemy.
The enemy?
But it is a dark story, and they have, as you said, got darker. And this one is darker still.
Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the champion selection.
The Goblet of Fire is, everyone puts their name in the Goblet of Fire, and the Goblet of Fire chooses the 3 students.
The Darmstadt champion is Victor Crumb. The champion for both battles is Fleur Delacour. The Hogwarts champion, Cedric Diggory. Excellent! We now have our 3 champions. But in the end, only one will go down in history.
They're all kind of potentially fatal tasks they have to get through.
And the winner is the winner of the Tri-Wizard Cup, which is enormous, you know, stature.
There's only meant to be 3, but Harry's name gets picked out, which is a huge surprise.
In some strange, threatening fashion.
Harry's name comes out as well as a fourth name, and so that's when the pressure really starts for Harry.
Did you put your name in a goblet of fire?
No, sir.
You asked one of the oldest students to do it for you?
No, sir.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes, sir.
And of course he is lying.
The hell he is! The Goblet of Fire is an exceptionally powerful magical object. Only an exceptionally powerful Confundus charm could have hoodwinked it. Magic way beyond the talents of a fourth year.
There is something that is getting to Harry, that is trying to get to Harry, that has infiltrated Hogwarts, that Dumbledore doesn't know what it is, where it's coming from, or how to stop it.
Leave this to you, Barty.
The rules are absolute. The Goblet of Fire constitutes a binding magical contract. Mr. Potter has no choice. He is, as of tonight, a Tri-Wizards champion.
I think that Harry doesn't actually want to be there at the end of the day. He does not want to be involved in these tasks. He just wants to be like everyone else.
You must be Harry Potter.
Harry's world's completely shaken.
How did you do it? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Might have let your best friend know, though.
Let you know what?
You know bloody well what. That's one of the reasons why he gets a bit angry. Is because he thinks that, like, Harry's always, like, the hero.
Who is more famous than Harry Potter? And he is your best friend.
I didn't ask for this to happen, Ron. Okay? You're being stupid.
Yeah, that's me. Ron Weasley, Harry Potter's stupid friend.
It's something that happens during your teens. You kind of figure out that even your best friends, you know, can really irritate you sometimes. I didn't put my name in that cup. I don't want eternal glory.
It's Mad-Eye Moody.
Avada Kedavra. The killing curse. Only one person is known to have survived it, and he's sitting in this room.
There are people on his side, but they can't actually do anything to help him. And so, I mean, for me, that's a big thing to take away, is just to stay strong and believe in yourself, in your own capability to actually deal with things.
So tell me, Harry, here you sit, a mere boy of 12.
I'm 14, so...
about to compete against 3 students, not only vastly more emotionally mature than yourself, but who have mastered spells that you wouldn't attempt in your dizziest daydreams.
I don't know, I haven't really thought about it.
Just ignore the quill. The story's legend. Do you think it was the trauma of your past that made you so keen to enter such a dangerous tournament?
No, I didn't enter.
Of course you didn't.
I think Harry is gonna play the game to his best ability, whether or not he thinks he's gonna win.
Ultimately, the moral of all the Harry Potters is, you know, hard times, you know, in all of our lives, you just got to be strong and be brave and be determined to get through it, because that is what Harry always is.
Oh, the cloak. Put the cloak on.
Dragons! That's the first task! You're joking?
Come on, Harry. These are seriously misunderstood creatures.
I think it's particularly hard for him to be put through these terribly dangerous tasks when he doesn't actually want to be there.
You are trying to figure this egg out, aren't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just means these tasks are designed to test you. In the most brutal way, they're almost cruel. And, I'm scared for you.
Hermione spends a lot of this film, you see most of it is her being concerned and really, like, worried for Harry all the time. I'm kind of surprised she doesn't have a nervous breakdown. She's so worried that he's not going to make it. She's a very loyal friend to him throughout this. I think that's what this film for her is about.
Come seek us where our voices sound.
The Black Lake. That's obvious.
An hour long you'll have to look.
Again, obvious. Though admittedly potentially problematic.
Potentially problematic? When's the last time you held your breath underwater for an hour, Hermione?
Look, Harry, we can do this. The 3 of us can figure it out.
You have the regulator in your mouth, yeah, I think. And they say 3, 2, 1, and air out. And so on 3, you blow all the air out of your lungs, and on 1, you take a big gulp of air, and then you take the regulator out and give it to someone, and they swim off. And you're sort of left, and it's about how much action you can do with that amount of air in your lungs. So it was quite hard, but it was great.
In the end, it's quite cool, because it gets, this tournament's wicked. It's like really sort of dangerous and exciting.
There are dragons, and there are underwater terrors, and there's Lost in the Maze.
Different elements are in the one film, like fantasy, horror, romance, and crime and death and everything. So I think it's going to be a really enjoyable movie.
The whole thing was beautiful, really beautiful, fantastic.
Devils are inside the walls. There is, of course, above everything else, there is the appearance of the true villain.
The Dark Lord shall rise again.
Is it Voldemort? I love doing it. I mean, anything that's a challenge, I always feel I have to sort of rise to it, and so it's got almost more motivation to do it really, really well.